Let us continue our discussion under 1280 on compensation. So, notwithstanding the provisions of the preceding article, the guarantor may set up compensation as regards what the creditor may owe the principal debtor. So, as an example here, itong si X ay may utang kay Y na 10,000, ano, na kung saan si Z ang guarantor. So, Y is indebted to X also for the same amount. Here, the obligation of guarantee has been extinguished by compensation. So, this is a complete na or total na compensation. Pero, kapag daw si X dito sa situation na to ay only paid 5,000 and cannot pay for the remaining balance, then Z will be liable only for the said balance. So, ang maisi-set up lang ay or ang liability lang ni guarantor would be 5,000 because the law states that the guarantor in an obligation may set up compensation as regards lang what the creditors owes to the principal. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng 1280. For 1281, 1282, well, it talks about total compensation or partial compensation, and here, very understandable that when the debts are of the same amount, may total compensation po tayo doon. Pero if di siya same amount, then it is only considered as partial compensation. So, under the parties as well, may agree upon the compensation which are not yet due. So, in those cases where debts which are not yet due or demandable, it cannot be compensated basically. However, the parties could agree to that, that they would compensate it voluntarily. So, this is what we call as a voluntary na compensation or the conventional na compensation. So, under 1283 Further, if one of the parties to a suit over an obligation has a claim for damages against the other, the former may set it off by proving his right to the said damages and the amount thereof. So, let's say for example dito, ano ba example ng 1283? Ang tawag dito kasi 1283, ito yung sinasabi nating judicial compensation, or set off. Ang nangyayari ay may utang si X kay Y na 50,000. Tapos nung maningil nga itong si X ay sa hindi nakapagbayad si Y, sa sobrang galit ay ang ginawa naman ni creditor ay siniscratch niya yung sasakyan ni X, naging dahilan upang maghabla itong si X at mag-claim ng damages for his property na damage ni creditor. So, in that case daw, pwede mo daw set off or judicial compensation yung damage na posibleng i-award ni court as against with the indebtedness. So, dito yung 50,000, But you must prove your right to the said damages, in the, at the time of the pleading, and then it must be unliquidated in this case under 1283 because yung fixing naman niyan or liquidation kasi dun yung gagawin sa court. So, there, you have to prove, that it would equate or kung how much man yung amount, pwede nating ipapaset off dito sa utang ng ni utang mo kay creditor, yung damage. 1284, when one or both debts are rescissible or voidable, they may be compensated against each other before they judicially rescinded or avoided. So, it basically tells us when the debts are rescissible or voidable, pwede bang i-compensate? So, basically, yes. Dapat nga lang ay hindi pa siya ang compensation ay nangyayari before it is declared as rescinded or void, because alam nyo naman sa rescissible and voidable debts, they are valid and binding until they are cancelled or they are declared as void. Ano ba yung pinaka-example nito? Pagpapalagay ba natin, mayroong si debtor, may utang na 10,000 kay creditor. Ngayon, pinilit ni debtor, aring si creditor, to sign a promissory note stating that, aring si creditor ay may utang din sa kanya na 10,000. So, para lang mag-set off, So, assuming that all other requisites of compensation are present, can the debtor in my example claim for a compensation? Well, yes, basically, doon sa pagbabanggain natin yung dalawang utang, because, well, the obligation there is, that is basically a voidable and rescissible na contract. It could be compensated before na they could be judicially declared or rescinded as void. So, 1285, under 1285, the debtor who is consented to the assignment of rights may be made by a creditor in favor of a third person can set up against the assigning the compensation which would pertain to him against the assigner, unless the assigner was notified by the debtor at the time he gave his consent that he reserved the right to compensation. So, ang scenario ay parang, diba, si creditor, pwedeng i-assign niya yung right to demand payment to a third person. Pwede. So, pwede pa ba na mag-set up ng compensation in those cases? Well, we have a two scenario here. If the creditor daw communicated the assignment, the cession to him, but the debtor did not consent thereto, well, the latter may set up compensation of the debts previous to the cession but not to subsequent ones. So, yung debtor na nag-consent to the assignment of the creditor's right to the third person, kapag with the consent ni debtor he cannot set up against doon kay assignee ng compensation, not unless may reservation. But if the assignment is made without the knowledge of the debtor, pwede siyang mag-set up ng compensation of all the credits prior to the same and all later ones until you have knowledge of the assignment. So, kapag with the consent, cannot set up. If without the consent from the debtor, then the debtor can set up. So, 1286. Under 1286, it says that the compensation takes place by operation of law, even though the debts must be payable at different places. But there shall be an indemnity for expenses or exchange of transportation to the place of payment. It's like saying, nagkakaroon pa din ng automatic na compensation if all the requisites stated under 1279 are present. Although the debts are payable at different places, supposed to be hindi po pwede sana pero kailangan po magkaroon ng indemnification for expenses of exchange or transportation to the place of payment. So, let's say for example nga I oblige myself, ako may utang sa'yo to deliver a pig, and then siya din ay may obligation sa akin mag-deliver a pig, kahit sa different places and we're residents of different places, i-offset natin yung difference, i-offset natin yung transportation expenses, and then let's allow that person who has been pagpapalagay bagay yung kanyang gagastusin at saka yung gagastusin natin i-offset natin para tayo magkita para magkakaroon ng compensation. Then in those cases, kapag may difference ay yun lang po yung answerable ng party na answerable ng party na yung kanya ay much lesser. So, paano ba? To have it as a concrete example, kung gagastos man ako ng 150 for my transportation, expenses, and then you would gastos for 250, well, I would set off, or I would offset I would set off the expenses. So 100 na lang. I would be obliged na lang. I would be obliged na lang to pay 100 as a difference na lang ng transportation expenses. Hope that is clear to you. I would not give you examples na. And then 1287, the compensation shall not be proper when one of the debts arises from a depositum or from obligations of a depository or a bailee in commodatum. So, neither compensation pwede i-set up against a creditor who has a claim for support due to by a gratuitous title without a prejudice to the provisions of paragraph 2. And neither shall be there compensation if one of the debts consists in civil liability arising from a penal offense. And then 12 here under 12 until from 1286 until 1288, it tells us basically it basically tells us when legal compensation cannot take place. So basically, one of which is one of the debt arises from a depositum in a contract of deposit. Hindi to yung sa bank deposit. Parang ang setup ay paiwan as a for safekeeping. Yun, depository. So in a contract of deposit kasi hindi yun po pwede mag-set up ng compensation at the same time in commodatum, because they are based on trust in confidence, and then it is but natural on the depository in a contract of deposit and the borrower in the commodatum that they have to perform their obligation, otherwise the trust and confidence of the depositor or lender would be violated, as well as yung pong future support ay hindi rin po pwede natin sa subject ng compensation because it is given on the benefit of the recipient. Otherwise, magugutom yung sinusuportaan ni recipient kung isi-set up mong pambayad sa utang, yung sustento. So, when one debt arises because of a claim for support, it cannot be. A legal compensation cannot take place. And then under 1288, when the debts consist in civil liability arising from criminal offense. So, hindi yun po pwede. 1289. Under 1289, it says that if a person should have against him several debts which are susceptible of compensation, the rules and application of payments shall apply to the order of the compensation. And then and then 1290, when all the requisites mentioned in 1279, so all the requisites of a valid na compensation are present, compensation takes effect by operation of law and extinguishes both debts to the concurrent amount, even though the creditors and debtors are not aware of the compensation. So basically, in 1289, application daw ng payments will apply if several debts which are susceptible of compensation. The debtor shall inform the creditor into which payment it will be applied. Otherwise, the payment shall be applied to the most na onerous one. So we have learned that one in the previous na provision. And then compensation will take place by operation of law if all the requirements under 1279 are present and extinguishes the obligation to their concurrent na amount under 1290. Novation.